I was listening to this very popular YouTuber talk about how she learned how to create such great YouTube shorts, and part of her learning process involved pulling thousands and thousands of YouTube shorts transcripts. Now, the way she describes it, as you'll hear in a moment, she pulled them all by hand. This is a pretty cumbersome process for YouTube shorts transcripts in particular, so it probably took her quite a bit of time. Regardless, this is a perfect use case for automation, and if you know a little Python, today I'm going to show you how you can get an app up and running on your local machine that will let you pull as many YouTube transcripts as you want. But before I show you the app, let me just let her tell you exactly how she pulled all of these thousands and thousands of YouTube Shorts transcripts manually.
So funny because basically the way I do it is, when you go onto YouTube and you open up a short, it sends you even on desktop, it sends you to this shorts page or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you change the URL to watch V equals then the URL, then it will send you to the actual YouTube page, and then you can just click transcript, copy and paste that transcript.
Imagine how long that took. Let's do a back of the envelope calculation real quick. So say it took you 60 seconds per shorts and you wanted to grab 6,000 transcripts. Back of the envelope calculation, 6,000 transcripts times 60 seconds each, divided by 60 to convert that to minutes, divided by 60 to convert that to hours. That would take you about 100 hours to pull all of those shorts transcripts. All right, today I'm going to show you an app that you can run locally on your own machine that lets you pull as many shorts transcripts as you want at the press of a button. So first I'm going to show you that app, show you how it works. Second, I'm going to show you where it lives and how you can set it up. And then third, if you're interested, you want to stick around, I'll show you how it works under the hood. It's not that complicated. It has maybe 2 or 3 moving parts. Let's look at the app. It's a very simple app. There are 2 ways you can enter YouTube Shorts URLs. One is manually on the left in this text box. You just paste them in here, comma separated. The second is to drag and drop a text file that looks something like this, where you have 1 YouTube Shorts per line. You drag and drop that into the right here, or find it via the browser. Then you press Fetch Transcripts. Once the transcripts are fetched, you'll see the first one printed out here in the browser for you to confirm. If you decide you want to download those transcripts, press the Download Transcripts button and you'll get the download in your browser. If you open up that download, it'll look something like this. In the left, you'll have all the URLs and then the IDs, which are the last 11 characters of the YouTube URL, and then the transcript for each short. To download and run this app, visit this GitHub repository. I'll leave a link to it in the description. There are 2 setup steps you'll find in the README. Step 1 is to install a set of requirements using pip. Step 2 is to run the app by copying and pasting this to the terminal. And that's about it. If you just want to run this app locally, visit this GitHub repository, follow those 2 setup instructions, and you're good. Now, if you want to stick around to see how this works, it's very simple. There are about 3 moving parts. To see how this works, click on the Collab button here. This will open up a notebook that walks through the main functionality on the back end. At the top, there are bullet points just outlining the problem, which is pulling shorts transcripts, and the fact that doing so by hand is very painful. There are 3 parts to the back end. The first part is I/O. So how do you get, say, a text file in full of YouTube Shorts URLs and make sure that they get passed down the food chain to the next part of the program? Step 2 is type checking everything that's been passed along that is hopefully a set of YouTube Shorts URLs. Step 3 is then pulling those URLs. So step 1 is pretty straightforward. It uses pandas to read in the text file that you drag and drop into the browser, reads that text file in line by line, and stores all of that data. Step 2, format or type checking, checks each of those lines to ensure that it's a valid YouTube Shorts URL. That's what this regex pattern here does. Last, there's pulling the transcripts. In this code cell, there are 2 functions, one for pulling a single transcript given a single input URL, and the second for pulling a batch given a list of URLs. Each of these works off of the wonderful YouTube Transcript API, whose GitHub repository I'm showing you now. And that's about it. If you want to pull and run this app yourself, visit this GitHub repository. There'll be a link in the description below. If you have any problems setting it up, please leave me a comment and I'll try to help you out.